What's up, Carl?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, Joe, are you there?
I am live.
Holy shit! Can you guys hear each other?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't. Let me turn that off. What about now?
No.
Carl.
You both said it at the same time.
Is that Joe Mille?
Yeah,
I
Joe's
can
over.
I can hear Carl fine.
Oh, God bless.
You can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
Carl, you can hear Joe?
No, I can't at all.
Oh shit.
I was just saying his name.
Oh, okay. You're making like a, like a tribal call to
I
Joe.
was. A quack of sorts. A quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, quack.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, that's weird. I can hear Carl like perfectly fine.
Well, let's discuss the game from our various angles. I think Joe is cheering for Ohio State today, but I am firmly in the
Uh,
Michigan camp. I think this game is going to come down to a lot of special teams miscues, if I had to say anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wait, special miscues on our part?
Oh no, miscues on Ohio State's part. We're gonna block like at least 2 punts today. IMO.
I
no.
I think we got the best kicker though.
Oh yeah,
This
Mad Eye Moody is a legend. He's got a laser rocket cannon leg.
this motherfucker just came in from Northville, like out of nowhere. I never. Joe, do you know what happened with Quinn Nordine? Like he just can't kick anymore?
It's like the best way that I can describe it is that it's like when a golfer kind of loses his short game. And I mean, I I tweeted out to Jay Feely asking him like what his thoughts were, and Jay got back to me actually and said something about he's not locking his ankle and that's why it's coming out like a knuckleball. So I don't know if that's just like mechanics slash like mental or a combination of both, whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's not good. You know, it does scare me, even though I'm glad Moody went 6 for 6 last week, but it does scare me. In an environment like this on the road for the first time, kicking actual field goals, it's not going to be easy.
Nothing seems. Nothing's ever easy in the shoe. God
No,
damn. But
no, absolutely not.
was Moody a walk on? Or
You
he
know,
was.
I actually do, I would, I don't know. He might have been at one point for sure. I don't think he was ever scholarship. I could be wrong, but
Mhm.
I would assume since because he's been doing like the kickoffs the entire year.
Oh, really?
And who did him last year? I think he
Uh,
he had a part in them last year, if I'm not mistaken,
I'm
if
looking it
not
up.
all of the way through the season. So I would imagine for that kind of duty, he'd be on scholarship.
That's that's what I'm looking at right now. Moody reminds me a lot of Carl in a way. Just like comes out of nowhere, flying under the
Is, is,
radar.
Car- is Carl still here?
Wow. I'm honored for such a comparison. Thank you for saying that.
Well, you kind of just flew under the radar in the Catholic League when it
Oh
came
yeah,
to
definitely.
tennis.
I mean, I would win many match versus the DSL pilots and other schools.
Was
I would win
I
many matches
wonder.
versus the DSL pilots and other schools.
did you? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
oh.
wonder if I tried to add Carl onto my call, if that would work.
Ah, interesting. Um, but it should come through. Like you're still hearing Carl fine, but
Yeah,
Carl's not hearing you.
Carl's just not
Oh
hearing
no,
me.
I'm not hearing him at all. All I hear is his OSU tendencies over the line. Silence because he doesn't want to admit to it.
That's funny. Oh, speaking of Moody, he also will get a college for doing the adventure. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. This is like an old article at Northville. Um, I'm trying to look up if he has scholarship though. I'm terribly like I didn't do any research before this, guys. Just so you know, like
Oh, you're
just
fine.
I just tried calling Carl and he didn't answer. So
oh
I was
well,
gonna try to merge the calls so that we'd be on the same, like at least then he could hear me.
Yeah. Oh, way to go, Carl. Answer the phone. Quit playing with your.
Oh, is that how this is supposed to work?
It
Yeah,
might
I'm gonna
be.
let Carl know that I'm gonna call him.
Okay, so we just threw a call it.
Yeah, Joe's gonna call you, Carl.
Okay.
Just so you know,
We're gonna see.
you can have.
Well,
a listen.
I'm reporting live from the Erie Canal Historical Museum.
You know, that might be why you can't hear him, because you're in like BFE. You get like bad reception out there. Wait, are you in
Anything
you're in
interesting?
Buffalo?
All right, can you guys all hear this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can
yeah.
hear.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There, it worked.
I'm
Damn.
just happy to be on this podcast today. What a lovely show.
Yeah, I'm. The only way I'll be happy is if we actually fucking win this game. That's the only way.
Yeah, so Chris, you,
Oh,
you might
we
have
got-
to edit the first 5 minutes.
Hold on, we've got fans here in Syracuse, New York. Did you guys just hear this?
Yeah, I did. Is that
Yeah.
Dajan?
Do you hear that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Michigan's the national brand. That doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah. No, that's very true. You just never know, though. I mean, there's not even a Michigan bar in this town.
Really,
No, there's not.
No.
I looked on MGO blog.
Oh, did you? I was okay.
I looked on MGO blog. MGO blog's it's like the gospel.
It is.
Joe, what are the Michigan bars in Grand Rapids area? Like Gardella's?
You know, Grand Rapids is just such a beer city and town, as you guys know. There's not really like a designated, that I know of anyways, there's not really like a designated Michigan bar. I know they have an alumni chapter that does like events and stuff every now and again downtown, but it's no Michigan bar that I actually know of.
Okay, because I know I think Carl's right. Like on MGO blog, they have like a Google map, and you can search like.
They have a map of all the Michigan bars in the country.
That's awesome.
And that's surprising though that they don't got one in Syracuse. Like
No,
in New
I had
York?
to look into the comment section. It was quite unfortunate. I had to do some extensive research. They mentioned the name of one, but it was like from 5 years ago, and I called them, and they couldn't give me a definitive yes or no. They were kind of tugging the line. They were playing hopscotch with me. I didn't like it.
So is it your sister that lives in Syracuse?
Yes, she does.
What I thought she lived somewhere else.
No, she lives in Syracuse.
Has she for a while?
No, only the last few months. She lived in New Jersey before.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe that's what I was thinking of.
East Coast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, both are strong hotbeds for Michigan recruiting, the New Jersey area. We've gotten our finest recruits with 1 sack a game. And by game, I mean a season, so it's kind of rough.
Well,
Gary?
I mean, it is what it is.
At least Peppers is doing well in the Browns. We can be assured of that.
Oh, wow.
Wait, Joe, I remember you sent that one video to us of Gary, like it was like a tweet that said, this is why Gary's not getting more sacks. And he literally was getting like quadruple teamed at the fucking line. It was nuts.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? I mean, he definitely is getting. I mean, he's getting double teamed, and then he'll get chipped from like a fullback or a running back. I mean, not making excuses. Obviously, I'd like him to be a little bit more productive, but I mean, when you have so many good guys on that line, they're going to take out the best one or the one that they deem most dangerous.
Yeah.
So,
Gentlemen, I actually talked to one of our on-the-street correspondents, Mom Papa, and she was telling me she's concerned today about the injury potential of a Michigan player. She's thinking that maybe Higdon or Patterson will actually be maliciously injured by Ohio State. Do you think that's in the cards today?
I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me.
go ahead, Craig.
It wouldn't surprise me because they're dirty. So
I was so much more concerned about that kind of stuff like last week and even the kind of weeks leading up, pretty much in between like Penn State and this game, because I mean all those games in between were kind of ones that they should handle, and they did. Unfortunately, last week was the one where they came out a little bit more banged up with Chase, who's going to go, by the way, for sure, if you guys haven't heard already.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's good.
Yep, he's going to play. And then I don't know how healthy he's going to be, but he's going to go, which is admirable. And then Lavert Hill came back from his concussion last week, so they should be pretty healthy.
Well, good.
At the end of the day, I mean, you got to think too. Ohio State's without Bosa, so
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. I mean, it's football. That's what I chalk it up to. I mean, it's football. It's November. Everyone's banged up.
That
Go play. Go win the game.
win the game, win the day. What was it with Chase? Was it his shoulder? Is that what it was?
Yeah, shoulder. They of course Michigan's never real specific, but
Yeah.
it's pretty apparent that it was the shoulder.
Okay.
Is Harbaugh going to mix up the game plan today? Is he going to move on from run, pass? What are your thoughts?
No, we're gonna run the ball 30 times.
I think I would be surprised. I mean, I think they're gonna come out and be pretty vanilla. I mean, they're gonna try to see what they're getting. With Maryland having so much success on the ground last week, I think they're gonna come out and try to pound the rock, get those body blows in, as Joel Klatt would like to say, and then and kind of go from there. But there's no doubt there's going to be some wrinkles. There's going to be some. There's going to be some D'Antonio-esque trick plays on offense.
Little Giants. Can't wait for that.
I don't know about that. I'm just thinking like double reverse.
I would like to see some trick plays, to be quite frank with you.
Pass. I don't know. Just as long as it's not like forced, or if it's like a good. The thing about trick plays in these rivalry games is they have to come at it's got to be the right time. And I don't know. I do trust our offense of staff to pick the right time as far as any trick plays.
Oh yeah, and I mean we'll have defensive trick plays too with Don Brown just to scaring them,
just disguising the blitz. Or one thing that I do like that he's done is he's had some wrinkles where it looks like they're coming at you and they drop back, and they don't even drop back into man, which is what they've always done. They've gone to a little zone, and it's thrown some teams off.
Oh, the man zone? Yeah, that's a classic defense.
Oh, the 3-3-5, the best defense, right?
Oh, the 3-3-5? Yeah, that's worked in the past.
Greg Robinson.
Jeez.
Do we really have to talk about that on a day like today?
No, we won't relive.
No, we're just preparing ourselves for the worst because we're going to get the best. We should just put our predictions on the line for today.
So, Urban Meyer, here's a stat for you guys that will get me some around the horn points.
Ooh.
Urban Meyer has not been a home underdog since his days at Utah.
Whoa.
So every game that he coached at Ohio State and Florida until today, he was favored in.
Wow, really?
Yeah. The crowd likes that one, Joe.
With that said, I mean, that puts things into perspective. Like, I don't think this game's going to be particularly easy, but if Michigan doesn't win this one, it's like, okay, if not now, then when?
Yes.
Like, if they don't win this, when are they going to? Is it going to be next year when they're back at the big house? They've got some catching up to do, of course. Harbaugh's record being 0-3 against them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see 0-4.
You really don't.
And trying to play catch up from that, because I mean, as much you guys know, I've defended Harbaugh his entire tenure at Michigan.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I will say we don't want a John Cooper version at Michigan who did well but just couldn't beat his main rival. So I'm confident that they'll get it turned around here, and that starts today.
Carl remembers John Cooper because he was that old.
It was back in my day.
Yeah, I think Carl celebrated a Michigan win over John Cooper for his 21st.
Carl was on the sidelines
Good
of
Lord.
the 92 Rose Bowl team with Gary Moeller.
Oh, Gary Moeller was by far the best Michigan coach of all time.
And probably like third best Lions coach.
He won
Oh.
Rose Bowls and beat Ohio State, and he left Lloyd the players to win a natty.
Like if only he didn't if only he didn't just drink like that much, he could have still been our coach like to this day.
Oh well, his wife and Les had an affair, so he got really drunk. It was understandable.
Oh, was that the
Carl,
story?
what's Bonamego's thoughts on or excuse me, what's Becca's thoughts on Bonamego being fired?
Who? I don't even know who that is.
Central's coach.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think everyone, all Central fans like to fire up Chip, so I don't think they're that concerned about the future. They've got, a powerhouse team. It just was a down year.
Right.
All
Central
right,
hasn't been the
gentlemen,
same.
I have to leave
You gotta
All
leave.
right. Well,
the podcast in the moment, but thank you so much for having me on. It was just an honor.
Listen.
God bless you.
What a great host and guest we have on this podcast. I'm very impressed.
Oh well. Thank you, Carl. Wait, what's your score prediction?
I think we're gonna get oh man, I don't even know. It's either gonna be 31-28 or 45-18. We're gonna win either way.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'll stick with 31-28. It'll be no,
Okay.
you know what? I'll go with the beatdown. It's gonna be 45-28.
Oh wow. Okay, that's
There we go.
bold.
All right. Well, correspondent Carl, checking out. Thank you so
Carl.
much.
Carl,
Thank you,
I'll
Carl.
see you in Indy next weekend.
Oh,
Oh,
we'll be there.
$100
All right.
rooms.
God bless the podcast. $100 room. Bye.
See ya. Joe, I was trying to look that up, something up really quick. Last year, John O'Corn threw the ball 32 times in the game last year, and I really hope Harbaugh opens it up a little bit to let Shea throw like just as much. Cause
Yeah.
I mean our run game is strong, but
Go ahead.
I mean our run game has been strong, but I just feel like it's going to come down to Shea.
It definitely has been strong. I look for Ohio State to load the box a lot, kind of bring safety help down, and then that's the game plan that I would have, because as good as Shea has been, the run game, of course, is just solid. And if you allow a team to continue to run on you, that down, and they that's what Michigan likes to do. They're watching the games, especially this year. It reminds me so much of like a boxing match, in that they're not, and it's one that it's like they're not looking for like the knockout early. They just want to slowly just pound on you until you have nothing left to give.
Yeah, that is a really good analogy, actually. And hey, as long as you're winning games, I really don't got like a problem with it.
No, I mean, sure, you're not always going to have like the style points, but then on the flip side, sometimes the score just becomes so lopsided, like the Wisconsin and the Penn State game, where you let your defense do their thing, and then both those teams had nothing left to give in the second half, or at least the later second half anyways, and Michigan was just able to move the ball at will. But yeah, I agree. I don't know, I don't think there's supposed to be rain or snow, or I don't think it's going to be that windy. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'd like to see Shea kind of air it out. I mean, he's gotten a lot of criticism about, when you compare like Haskins' stats to Shea's. I mean, of course, that Ohio State offense likes to chuck it deep and mix in the run, and Michigan's just going to kind of hit you with a 5-10 yard pass, and then pound it up the middle, and then they'll set up like a play action, of course, for like 40 yards. But yeah, they're not taking deep shots all the time.
By the way, the weather right now in Columbus, 46, 4% chance of rain, but then around game time, it might rain actually around game time. Which, why can't we get lucky with this weather?
Around what time it might rain?
Oh shit. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Damn you, Weather Channel. it, I'll just use Google. But it was saying like actually around 11. 11, it's saying it might rain. 2 p.m. 55 sunny.
Oh, well, it's going to be a warm one, actually.
Yeah. Columbus is on the same latitude or longitude as San Francisco. Did you know that?
Wow. I would, I don't know that I would have guessed that.
I don't know if that like makes a like actually it's crazy because I remember going to Columbus in like December time, like years ago back in school, and it's crazy the temperature discrepancy. We went from like tens in Michigan, and it was like 50s in Columbus, and you're only going like
Yeah,
3.5 hours.
it can definitely be different, that's for sure.
Yeah. But that as long as it doesn't rain, because something about the rain, like we just, I guess everybody plays bad in the rain, but it seems like
Yeah.
we have.
Did you watch any of the Apple Cup last night?
Oh, I did. That's snow. Jeez.
Yeah, the snow. Well, it started out as like rain, and then it went to like a good like heavy snow, and then it went to like that sleet kind of mixed rain snow, which is that's the worst. I mean, I would rather play in snow than rain, or the mix is just the worst.
Yeah, it is. And like you can't even like your gloves at that point, like for receivers, DBs or whatever. It's almost like they're not even as effective. Like you have to take
No,
your
you're
gloves
better
off.
off barehanded, which is why you see a lot of them, like running backs and receivers,
Mhm.
just kind of go barehand.
Yeah.
And but yeah, hopefully good forecast today. I don't want to sound like that classic Michigan fan who wants to pin everything on the bad weather, but
Bad weather, pin it on the refs, you know.
yeah, we're not going to make excuses today. I mean, they just need to go in and take care of
Yeah.
business. It's
Oh,
it is what it is.
Ohio State has been ripe all year, and Purdue got them, but
Yeah.
this is the year. I mean, like you said, if not now, God, I don't know when.
Yeah, I mean, all the ingredients are there. If there was ever a team to go down into Columbus and break this streak of not winning there since 2000, I mean, this is the team. It's got the makeup. I was a little bit conflicted last week, I'll admit. Obviously you'll take the Ohio State loss should they have lost to Maryland.
Mhm.
But now this team, it just kind of feels fitting that this team kind of gets to be the team that officially puts the dagger in the Ohio State season,
Yeah.
and in doing so, clinches their first ever Big Ten East Division title. So
Yes.
it's time. It's overdue. Ever since they announced that Michigan or the Big Ten was going to go to a division format with a championship game, I've wanted to get down to Indianapolis, and yeah, I mean, I'm amped. I'm ready to go. I remember 2 years ago for that game down there. We had our stuff booked, kind of just like we do this year, and we all know what happened. But
Yeah.
this is and it's just to culminate. It's it's the finale of the revenge tour. So
Well, the real finale would be playing Notre Dame in the college
well,
football
yeah,
playoff.
of course, yeah. If they'd be afforded that opportunity, that would absolutely be fitting, very
Yeah.
fitting.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work out though, because as of right now, assuming everybody kind of takes care of business, which I mean, this year's been weird because just when you think you've kind of got it figured out, like chaos erupts,
Mhm.
and that hasn't happened so far this year. It's been pretty. We've known our top 5 or 6 now for 3 or 4 weeks, if not a little bit longer even. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, should it kind of shake out the way that it has, both Notre Dame would have to upset Clemson, and Michigan would have to upset Bama
Yeah.
to get a. Could you imagine a Michigan Notre Dame national championship that kind of to bookend the season,
I mean,
start and finish?
the ratings would be off the charts.
They absolutely would, and I mean, if I was Notre Dame, I wouldn't. It's tough to beat a team twice.
Yeah.
I would be looking forward. I mean, obviously you want to get to the national championship, but man, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play Michigan twice. But
No.
then the flip side of that is,
No.
would you rather play Bama? So.
Yeah. I think if that scenario comes up, we'll beat Notre Dame. We should have beat them week 1, like, in all honesty.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is, like, so that was a 7-point game on the road, first game, prime time, hostile environment. And they, again, they lost by 7. They lost by a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they did not look good, like, at all. And they've improved so much. Shea has improved. The offensive line has easily been the biggest improvement. They're not quite like a Lloyd Carr offensive line, but they're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And by far, I think the most improved player is John Runyon, because I mean he was not good last year. He was not good at the beginning of the year, and then now he's like a pretty solid starting left tackle.
See, I'm not familiar with the line like this year because of, they're like all kind of new, at least to me. So who do you have besides Runyon? You have like that Onyewu, is that his name?
Onwenu, yeah. So at left tackle, you've got Runyon. At left guard, you've got Bredesen, who's just kind of been the anchor now for a few years. I mean, he's been the only kind of staple there. Center, you've got Ruiz. And I don't know if it gets brought up a whole lot, but interesting fact, Ruiz and Patterson played together at IMG Academy.
Oh, okay.
So they're familiar with each other.
Yeah.
And then at right guard, you've got Onwenu, who he's been really good. And what's scary is he can improve so much yet still.
Mm-hmm. He's young.
And then at right tackle, it's been, last week, Juwan Bushell-Beatty couldn't go. So I guess that's something to look for. But Andrew Stuber stepped in his place and did really, really well last week. So that is one thing to watch today is who's going to be starting at right tackle for Michigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shit, I wish we had like Schofield back or like Lawan back.
Yeah, and to see those two, like when Michigan's offensive line was really bad, those two were actually like really good. There's just that interior was just brutal. That interior offensive line was just and I mean Glasgow was young at that point, Graham. So he wasn't good yet. And I mean he was of course a walk-on, as everybody knows, and now he's in the NFL starting center. But
another guy on that line, though, that with that Lawan and Schofield team was Patrick Omame, who's now he's on the Jags, I think.
Yeah, that's where he had been. That was back in that's going back a little bit. So like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
I remember the Jags drafted. At one point they had Denard, they had Jared Wilson, and they had Omame. So I found myself cheering for the Jags whenever they weren't playing the Lions or the Patriots.
It's great. I'm looking at Omame right now. He was not very like highly recruited. He was only like a 2-star on Rivals.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he wasn't highly recruited at all. No,
but he ended up being like first team All Big Ten.
He was a Rich Rod recruit too. So
yeah,
he was kind of pulling at straws. No offense, I know you love your Rich Rod, but
I do love Rich Rod.
He was kind of pulling at straws, and that was one of the ones that so happened to kind of work.
Him and Lawan were, because Lawan was a Rich Rod guy as well. I do believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if like that's something that's interesting. I'm not sure if like Lloyd Carr kind of opened or kind of had any like conversation or was involved in his recruiting process at all. But you're definitely right. Lawan was like technically a Rich Rod recruit.
If anything, Lloyd was probably telling Lawan, like, "Hey, like, stay away, go to ASU."
Oh man, the old Lloyd Carr left the what's the saying? Lloyd
He
Carr
left
left
the cupboard bare.
the cupboard bare.
He fucking let Justin Boren transfer to Ohio State, which is like a big no-no.
The thing that sucks about that too is there was like two more Borns that ended up like his younger brothers. There was like Zach, Justin, and another one, and they all ended up being like starters and pretty decent players at Ohio State. So
yeah. So we like
that
they
was
could have came here potentially.
that was like a residual loss.
Yeah, it's like the Bullas at Michigan State. Like as soon as like one goes there, you just know like everybody else in that family is going to go to
Right,
Michigan
and
State.
they've had Max Riley. They've got one more, I think, right now still that
seriously?
I don't even know his name. And of course, their dad played there. With Michigan, it's kind of like the Edwards and the, which obviously he's not playing this week. He's been pretty good on special teams for them.
Wait, Edwards like Braylon's son?
Berkeley, Braylon, and then Stan is their father. So
Are they still in Michigan? Like, do they go to Michigan high schools?
Yeah, I don't know. They're both obviously living in Michigan, and they both went to some high school in Detroit. You'd have to look that up. I'm not sure which high school.
I'm trying to look it up right now because I know Edwards was from Detroit.
Yeah.
Or Braylon, I'm sorry.
Braylon, yeah.
I'm trying to see where his kids.
Berkeley originally, I remember everybody saying that Michigan should offer him, and he never got offered, which is like kind of weird, but because he wasn't like a terrible recruit coming out, he was probably like a 3-star running back, and he ended up going to Minnesota, and then he transferred to Central, and then for his grad transfer, he came to Michigan finally.
Oh, okay, I got you. Berkeley? I never heard.
Yeah,
that name.
he's the one who got hurt last week.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not finding anything on his Braylon's kids where they go to high school.
What's up?
I'm not finding anything on Braylon's kids where they.
Oh no, Braylon's the son of Stan. And Berkeley's his brother.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I do see that here on Google. Berkeley.
Yeah, of course. Berkeley doesn't have his own Wikipedia page.
I do love how sometimes you'll find Wikipedia pages for like high school, like kids like sophomores in high school. It's like what the fuck?
Crazy.
Like,
and then some celebrities don't have one.
Right. It's like, all right, like,
so,
I get that he's really good, but he hasn't committed anywhere.
Right. Braylon went to Bishop Gallagher, Harper Woods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. You're way more familiar with those East Side schools than I am. So,
yeah,
is that like a football power or?
To be honest, I don't think so. I don't. Over the years, like I don't remember really hearing their name a whole lot. But Harper Woods is like a small. It's like.
I guess it's not even a school anymore.
Oh wow! Well, there you go. We had a kid.
It was established in 2002 and closed in 2005.
Holy shit!
For like the whole 3 years it was open.
The whole 3 years it was open, it produced like arguably one of the greatest receivers in Michigan football history. So it did its job, basically.
Right. I guess it kind of, the school was formed in the fall of 2002 when St. Florian High School in Hamtramck and Bishop Gallagher. Okay, so Hamtramck, or excuse me, St. Florian and Bishop Gallagher combined to form Trinity Catholic.
Okay.
But yeah, if Carl was still on the line, he could tell us more about these Catholic schools.
Yeah, the fact that Catholic schools can recruit kids, and basically schools like Northville are stuck with like the Moody's of the world.
Right.
Which
And where did you go to high school?
Northville.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So you're a big Jake Moody fan.
Yeah, that's why I've been saying Northville kid. There's also another guy. He only plays special teams. It's no, not Gurley. Hewlett. Josh Hewlett.
Joe Hewlett.
Yeah, Joe Hewlett. I forget his number, but he only plays special teams. He's also a Northville kid as well.
Yeah, I think he wears like 27.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And he's been special teams like player of the week for Michigan a few weeks, and he's kind of highly regarded for his special teams.
You know what's crazy?
And he's like the fifth string running back.
Oh, I was gonna say, you know what's crazy is, in high school he was a quarterback.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was really good too. He was like all state, and he's
Yeah,
not
I
that
guess,
big of a guy.
Desmond Morgan, the linebacker, used to be.
Yeah.
He played quarterback at some high school over here on the west at Holland, maybe.
Oh yeah,
One of the
Ottawa.
Holland schools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
remember looking up.
Okay, it's weird how, I mean, if you're a quarterback in high school, I mean, it makes sense because it's the most kind of altogether position on the football field. So
Yeah. I'm looking at Hewlett's bio on the athletic site. He's like, these pictures they got of him make him look like fucking sick. Like he's an all Big Ten
like a
linebacker.
psycho.
Yeah. No, they make him look like he's like a fucking like Butkus Award winner. Like they got him all jacked on here, like lining up on the outside. I mean, good for him. I mean, I'm not like.
I'm actually looking at it right now, and I agree.
And I just wanted to see. Ah, damn it. I don't know why. Sometimes on these pages it'll say their high school accolades, but it doesn't for him.
Huh.
But nonetheless, he was very good in high school. I mean, he was a lot younger than me, but yeah, he was legit in high school. It was just he was short.
Is there some other notable Northville alum that went on to play at Michigan or maybe other schools?
Funny you mentioned that. There was actually a kid. He played with Joe. I don't know if he was the same exact year as him at Northville, but his name's David Mormon. He plays at Wisconsin now.
Okay, yeah.
Very big kid. I remember seeing him one time. I like helped out at like a like training camp, and he was a lot young. I don't even think he was in high school at this point, but he was fucking big. Like you kind of just can tell, like looking at somebody,
You know.
like this kid's got a shot, like just based on size.
What position?
He was offensive line. I'm looking him up right now to see. It just says offensive line. Yeah, I don't know if he was like a tackle or a guard. I guess he played in all 14 games last year. 6 games as a reserve offensive lineman. Yeah, so he's doing well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He was a 4-star coming out of high school. First team All-State. First team All-Area. First team All-Conference. Yeah, he was probably one of Northville's probably best recruits to come out of that high school. Since we had a guy, Brandon Langston, who played at actually Grand Valley, and he won a national championship with Brian Kelly there.
Yeah. I might have seen, that name sounds familiar. I might have seen, because like in the athletic building they have there's some class. I had some classes in there, and they have like a wall of fame kind of, and that name
Oh, really?
seems to stick out for some reason.
Do they got God, what's that one receiver from Grand Valley who played for the Lions? It was like Robisky. I don't know.
Sorry, you played for the Vikings?
I thought he played for the Lions. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
getting.
I know Charles Johnson played for the Vikings.
Oh, and he's a Grand Valley guy?
Yeah, Charles Johnson. Yeah,
Is he really? Wow.
and then so is I mean, not the same team, of course, but Brandon Carr is probably like one of the more notable.
Oh, that's right. He's a corner.
And then,
Right.
yep, and then Matt Judon, who was drafted in the 4th round a couple of years ago, plays for the Ravens. He starts on their D line, so he's pretty good starting for that Ravens D line. And then special teams guy, not too many. He played a little bit of linebacker, I want to say, but mainly a special teams guy. It was Dan Skuda. Not sure if you've heard that name or are familiar with him.
No, that name doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Yeah, so Grand
receiver
Valley's
I'm
got a
thinking
few
about,
guys.
Joe. The receiver I'm thinking about, David Kirkus, drafted in '03 for the Lions.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the guy. Who I
Yeah,
was thinking of.
I heard he was kind of a shithead.
Oh, really? Hey, he played 3 years in the NFL, or 3 years on like a 50 whatever man roster. Then he was on the training camp of a couple teams, and then he played in the whatever the Omaha Nighthawks. Oh, the UFL.
Oh, the old USL. We got the XFL coming back.
This is the XFL. I can't wait for that. Joe.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because there's some threaders that are very excited about it, but they hate WWE, so it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
You accept.
Oh shit, I'm trying to find that clip right now. I just love, to be honest, like the first time the XFL was around, I was a little too young. Like I do remember watching a game, but I don't remember too much about it besides Rob, he hate me. Like everybody knows that
Yeah,
guy.
the funny names on the back.
Yeah. And then the quarterbacks fighting for the at the coin toss.
Yeah, Brian or Jeff Brom, Purdue's coach, is a notable XFL alum.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he was one of their better quarterbacks.
So was Tommy Maddox. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, before his time with the Steelers.
Yeah. And I forget. I think actually that guy Rob, he hate me, actually did end up playing in the NFL.
Really? I'm not I was, of course, I was even younger, but I do remember a little bit. I remember it being promoted as everything that you absolutely could not do today, as far as the hits and the trash talking.
Mm-hmm.
It just went way past. It kind of reminded me of a slightly tamer version of NFL Blitz come to life.
Yeah. That NFL Blitz, where you can fucking Hulkamania leg drop after the whistle is
Right.
blown. And so that guy, he hate me, is Rod Smart. After he got on the XFL, he played for the Panthers for 3 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
It-
I think it'd be exciting if they can make it work. I think it'd be exciting as an alternative to the NFL, just because it's still going to be good football, because it's going to be pro football.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you get the proper coaches in there, and it's a job for people too. That's the other thing. I mean, you think about seasonal workers all the way up to front office, ticket sales, head coaches. If they kind of can carve out a little career there, or even use it as like a stepping stone to something greater. I'm not against it at all. I know some people are, but where I was kind of going with that originally is you see so many of these like college guys who are like really, really good at their universities, but they, for whatever reason, they're just at the NFL level. They're just, it's the elite of the elite.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like what we were talking about, as opposed to maybe some guys going to like the Canadian Football League,
Mm-hmm.
They go to the XFL instead. I mean, of course, the first couple of years will probably be rough if it ever sees a second year. But if they can get it to that, I think you could start seeing some real interest from athletes who don't cut it in the NFL.
I would love to see that. I really would, and it's my cousin's trying to right now like make it in the league. I don't know if I told you, like he worked for the Lions, so he's trying to get back in.
Yeah.
And shit, I mean, the XFL is just like another, like you said, like a stepping stone. That why not try it there for a couple years and
even if you don't make it past there, I mean, I'm always for more football, and more. I guess it's not going to make sense, but more variety of football. To be honest, Canadian. There's something I've watched a couple of games or like their playoffs, and there's something about it. There's just a disconnect there.
Yeah.
But like a standard football, like NFL, like all those rules just translated over to like this XFL, I think would be great. I mean, they're going to have a few different rules, I know, but nothing like the fundamental rules. Because like that Canadian football gets weird with like points and touchdowns, and
like the
arena football used to be kind of cool too.
Oh yeah.
Grand Rapids used to have a team before my time here.
Hey, the Drive. Yeah.
The Drive, yeah. The G League, I think, is actually going to be something that's pretty good. The way that they're making it now, that guys can come out of high school and just go play 1 year there and then enter the draft.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the one and done's pretty much going to be done if they would like to. If they'd like to go to the G League, and I think they're just going to pay them like a flat. It's going to be like, I want to say it was like $100,000.
Okay.
But it's going to be limited to so many. Like, not everybody's just going to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I need to look into a little bit further with regards to that is it's going to be kind of weird, right? Because obviously, like say the Drive get like this blue chip person, and you're kind of taking care of them, you're developing them, you're scouting them, this, that, the other, and then there comes like that awkward point because then they leave to go to the draft. So I don't know, like, is it like a huge benefit that your people got to work with them, or it's kind of like, okay, well, we just like helped develop this guy. I mean, in all reality, he was going to be a top pick anyways, but it's just got to be kind of weird, right? Because like you spent all this time with this guy, and then now another team has the ability to draft him.
Yeah, that is a good point. If you got like a guy like Zion coming in on your team,
right? And I'm not sure. See, and what's going to be interesting to me is like how many of the top end guys. Because I mean, we all know the stories about like Brandon Jennings, who didn't want to do college, so he went and played a year in Europe.
Yeah.
I wonder how many guys kind of value that 1 year of college versus, hey, yeah, that'd be great and all, but I'm just going to go get this money. Mm-hmm. And because I mean, let's be honest, we know like the one and dones at like Kentucky, and they're like they don't even have to like go to class because they can just fail out and still be eligible, and they'd probably be ineligible for their sophomore year, but they're by the time they're flunked out, they're already gone anyways. Mm-hmm. So just it'll be interesting. But yeah, I think the G League has a bright future. As far as Grand Rapids itself, it would have to move definitely once it does pick up in notoriety and popularity. It'd have to move from the Deltaplex, which is just that's the biggest problem to me. It's like if they could somehow get into Van Andel, that'd be amazing.
I was just about to say that. Why not move into there?
It's they have so many shows and concerts and the Griffins. It was probably cheaper for them to be at the Deltaplex starting out, and then two, just the logistics of everything right now. Like if they were to make that kind of relationship happen, Van Andel would have to cut back on a lot of shows and that kind of thing. So
no more Lil Wayne concerts at Van Andel.
one less Bob Seger concert.
Yeah. That's right. Hey Joe, I'm gonna have to wrap things up though, because I'm gonna try to get this out before the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Which it's not gonna take too long. I'm not gonna like cut anything out. I'm just gonna literally just drag and drop like this whole audio file.
Yeah.
And right. I don't have video with I'm not on a webcam or anything like that too. So.
Yeah.
What's your final score prediction?
Man, I've been battling with this one for like a week now. I think we're gonna see something like 27-23 in favor of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan's red zone struggles do concern me a little bit, but just the way Maryland was able to move the ball, and to be fair, Michigan has always when I've made score predictions this year, I've always picked their offense that seem to be a little bit lower of an output than what they actually do. So I don't know. I could be surprised, but yeah, I'm going to go with 27-23.
Okay. I like that.
And then that would qualify for the under of 54 points total in the game.
I'm going to go 2017 Michigan.
Wow.
Defense.
Yeah, nice. So we're kind of in the same ballpark, at least as far as like point differential.
Our defense today, there's something about this team that's different than 2016, and I like our edge and our swagger, and that defense will be suffocating today. I just got a feeling.
Absolutely.
I hope I'm not wrong. They better fucking win, Joe. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll see what happens. We're 50 minutes away, but yeah, I'll let you get going. Great guy. Thanks for having me on. We need to do this more often.
Yes, I'm finally in the swing of things. So
yeah.
I've I posted a couple other episodes before this.
Oh, really? I'll have to go check those out.
Yeah, it's just random like bullshit. But...
Right. Sometimes that's the best though. Like we can talk about like rap music or whatever.
We could talk about Little Xan.
Or the Migos.
Oh yeah. I appreciate Migos.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't appreciate Little Pump, but
no,
Migos.
No, it's he's an acquired taste, I hear.
Yeah. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spend 10 racks on
all
Gucci.
Right, man.
All right, Joe. Thank you very much for the short notice.
Absolutely.
Too.
Take care. I'm sure we'll be in touch throughout this game on the old WhatsApp.
Yes, I will be threading for sure.
All right. You got a thread for the game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Well, take it easy.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I'll talk to you. Go Blue. Well, you heard it here, folks. We got the fucking correspondence. Everybody's from Michigan. This is Michigan's year. If we do not do it this year, like we were talking about, I do not know when it'll happen. This is the year, though. And like I said, different team. I think I like the quarterback. I like the running game better than I did in 2016. And you can look at that defense in 2016 and say, yes, we had a lot of draft picks, a lot of great guys on that defense, but this team, I think, has the swagger to go into this game like it's a fight. It's a dog fight. When you play Michigan State, it's a dog fight out there. This is the year. 2017. Michigan wins. Guys, God bless. Thank you so much. I was going to play outro music, but I don't really have any. We'll see everybody out there. Go Blue.